Hey,
Hey,
Travis.
hey, man. Hey, happy Monday morning to you.
Happy Monday morning to you as
Boy,
well.
we had an interesting week last
It
week.
was yeah, it was pretty busy.
Yeah,
Some client work, some work just on the business itself. We got
yeah.
some new equipment and big changes are a coming.
Well, and yeah, big changes indeed. In fact, first thing I think was huge for me, maybe not as much for you, but huge for me was the idea of switching completely away from Premiere Pro. And more importantly for me, it seems like Adobe products in general, but Premiere Pro into
Right.
DaVinci Resolve for ArcVid.
Yep. I mean, it's for me, like you just said, it's not really that big of a change because I've only been using Premiere Pro for about, 3.5 months now.
Yeah.
So I think pivoting for me is going to be a little bit easier than someone who's been doing this for years.
You know, we've already been using it for color grading. We've been using DaVinci Resolve for
True.
that, and it's been great. I love it for color grading. I think we both know that. Everyone knows that DaVinci Resolve is a amazing color grading tool.
One of the best. Yeah.
It's just the pain of transporting back and forth all of the video footage, the file sizes that come along with that.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest things is trying to prevent bloat because
Yeah.
we've already kind of expanded our storage from since I've been on board,
Yeah.
and you can't keep just buying more hard drive space. So what do? You change the workflow, and the workflow I think of keeping everything in Resolve is going to free up quite a bit of space than
Yeah.
trying to taxi them back and forth between the two programs.
Well, but on top of that, so I think the addition of the Stream Deck Plus, which just came out not super recently, but came out pretty recently.
Hmm.
Just the idea that we've got dials, we've got shortcuts right there. I think that's going to help me tremendously. Just from a standpoint of I don't have to like completely relearn hotkeys and everything. I
Right.
feel like it's going to do good, but I'm struggling with it a little bit.
Oh, I definitely am as well. It's so customizable
Yeah.
that you really have to have a firm understanding of the workflow to know that, oh, and here's where I can use this button, here's where I can turn these knobs.
Right.
And I do like the fact that you now can use a knob to just change gain, lift,
Yeah.
gamma, all that kind of stuff. It's gonna hopefully be really great if we can start remembering to use it. But since I'm still kind of in the learning phases
Yeah.
myself, I'm just used to the mouse and keyboard
Yeah.
at this point. That's where my comfort zone is. So trying to say, all right, let's try to move almost to a quick editor, a color editor.
Yeah.
It's like an in between where we can use knobs to function
Yeah.
as something that'll grade things quick or skip between tracks quick. And
Which
or-
speaking of,
Mhm.
Da Vinci, we had a meeting with a gentleman who is looking to start his own video production company, and one of the things he
True.
actually talked about was, and I thought this was a really great tip. He said, every time you take your hands off of the device, because he did something similar, moved from Premiere to
Right.
DaVinci. He said, every time you take your hands off of the device, write down what action you're taking, and then make those into shortcuts
Hmm.
so that you're so if it's not there,
Make it
make it
there.
happen.
Exactly.
I thought
That
that was
way
great.
yeah, that way it is fully customized for you
Yeah,
and the workflow that you do.
yeah. But
I
that was a good meeting though with him in general. Just I thought it was really cool that he reached out to talk to us about what he wants to do.
mhm.
And then I got to say it was kind of weird going into that. Going, I don't know what I got to offer this guy as far as uh, advice. I don't feel like I'm a some business mogul who has all these great ideas to give him.
Well, hey, Travis, here's a compliment for you,
Yeah,
all right? He, probably has met with his fair share of creatives
yeah,
who are just creative. They don't really understand the business side of
that's
things.
fair.
At the very least, you've got a bit of a business
Yeah,
background. You've
that's
ran your
true.
own businesses before.
Yeah,
And so to think of it as a business, I think is really where you were able to help him and give him some direction and some tips.
yeah,
Because, yeah, starting a video production company, I imagine, I've never started one myself,
yeah.
although I'm inspired by ArcVid now. Now is the time, right now, to announce that there is going to be a
Oh,
new production company on the
uh-huh.
market.
Okay.
By the way, I'm going to need Wednesdays off. I'll still show up at the office, but
Yeah, of course,
yeah,
of course.
no.
It was nice to make that connection. The fact that he found us was kind of like a prideful, like, awesome. At
Yeah,
least it's an
absolutely.
acknowledgement that at least we're doing something right enough to where he felt like he could reach out and glean something.
Right. And more importantly, it's
Yeah.
making those connections. It's building that community because I think we all should be, a part of the same community.
Yeah. And then obviously speaking of artistic things that have
Mhm.
happened, we have a client that we've been in the works of talking to for quite a while. This past week, finally, it feels like we're going to get the ball rolling as far as being able to start some projects with that client. That's going to be good.
I'm pretty excited about it because
Yeah.
it deals with music. And
Yeah.
so that speaks to me, deep down inside. And so mixing some video with showcasing music, oh, it's
Yeah.
going to be great. And teaching, I mean, I don't know how much we want to say about it, but teaching kids specifically, it's going to be. It seems like a very fantastic program, and I'm excited to work with them.
We also got a call last week. This is one of Jordan's favorite things to do.
It is
Yeah, website development and a logo though. This time it's a
true,
little
true.
different.
Little bit of
Yeah,
art there, a little bit of
yeah,
graphic, but yeah, another website. It
yeah.
seems I made the joke that man, I think I've built more websites since starting with ArcVid than I have actually made videos. Not entirely true,
No,
but we've been kind of delving into the
yeah.
realm of website management, website development.
But I think it at a minimum, it's a testament to the fact because obviously this client has had us build for a different business,
Yes,
and it's a testament to them to go, okay, we loved what you did enough that we're willing to, and we want you to build another one,
right.
right? And this one specifically, what's interesting, I think about it the most is I don't even really need this website updated because I'm swamped, but it just looks bad, and I want you guys to really get this thing looking good.
Hmm.
And I agree. I mean, I hate to say it. Sorry if you're watching, you know who you are. I agree. The website did need some TLC. Okay, a lot of TLC.
Yeah.
It was just it for the time it was built. It was great.
Yeah, and it was built back, I think, around 2014 or somewhere
Yeah,
around there was the
yeah,
last time it was really updated and edited. And for that time, it
yeah,
definitely has. But websites have come so
yeah,
far along, and it's so much easier for the user to just build a website
yeah,
that why not just take a little bit of the time, invest in it, so that you're giving a professional,
yeah,
look to your potential clients and customers.
yeah. We got you a new monitor.
We did. I'm
Yeah,
excited about the new monitor.
yeah,
It's just more color accurate, and that's what I've been kind of seeing as we've been editing. Is you have a color accurate monitor,
yeah,
I did not, and so I'd look at something and go, "I think that looks pretty good,"
yeah,
and then I'd say, "Hey, Travis, you want to check this out?" You'd look at it, and I would go, "Ooh,
yeah,
oh, that didn't look the way it did on my screen." So at
yeah,
least having this, it'll be similar, comparable to
yeah.
what you're seeing. And so we'll be able to hopefully see the same thing. So it won't be so jarring for me if I've been editing it all day for 3 hours and then say, here, take a look at this. And then you open it up and I go, oh boy,
Yeah.
I didn't see that color before.
Yep.
So I'm hoping to kind of eliminate those.
Well, and then the other problem we've been running into, not monitor related,
Hmm.
is the fact that we have two windows that kind of
Yes.
they kind of mess. One thing you got to know about color monitoring or color accuracy is
Hmm.
obviously if you have light shining on your screen, you can't really
It's
get a good
modifying.
accurate representation,
Yep.
anyways. So, we actually ordered some blackout blinds,
Hmm.
and
That
of
way we'll be
course.
able to work in complete darkness, like trolls in a cave.
It's gonna be
You want this
interesting.
video edited, sire?
Hey, it's time to color edit.
Uh, very well. Yep.
So that's gonna be good, I think, though. But I mean, it actually could improve our color accuracy,
Yeah.
which is always what you strive for is to, it's those things where some people and some companies are just like, you know what, no one's gonna notice, right? No one's gonna
Right.
notice the difference. But I always fall back to if I'm not doing my best or trying to do better
Mhm.
than what I know now, and that's the thing, you can only do as good as you know.
Right.
Hence why when you look back at certain videos, you're like, ah, that's because you've learned and you've improved.
I
And
mean, maybe your videos. My videos have been
yeah,
perfect from the
oh,
get-go.
absolutely, yeah, yes, they have.
Yep.
Um,
Flawless.
the last thing, because I almost felt like doing it right now, is we're trying to get better at our social media presence.
Yep.
Only because what we've been finding is we get so busy with client work that we neglect our own stuff.
Speaking of which, we should do
We
one,
we
real
should
quick here. I'll go get my phone,
we
and we'll
should do
just do a
one,
quick
and
story, and
we'll be done with this, and we'll see you guys next Monday for another update. Should be good. I'm looking forward to giving updates on a lot of this stuff.
that's right, just
Yep.
gotta get out there more often.
Yeah. All
Tell
right,
people
guys.
what's up.
We'll see you in the next one. See you Monday.
Take it easy.